early.
What it do, folks?
Early.
It's another episode of Early.
Back, man.
You know what I'm saying? We're back
62.
for episode number 62. You know what I'm saying? Friday, March 11th. I think we're gonna have some nice weather today.
Bipolar weather today?
Probably.
What did you see?
You know, I can't
60s?
call it.
Did you see 60s?
I think I saw 60s like earlier in the week.
Yeah, me too. I felt
yes,
it.
but and then I felt it. No, but I saw like
was kind of, I was like,
yeah.
Pneumonia.
I saw it was supposed to be 60 on Friday, like a few days ago. But then I also saw that it was supposed to like snow.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like we'll see what happens. But yeah, man, we've had a very interesting week this week. A lot of interesting things going on, definitely in the sports world.
Yeah, a lot of shit. Not all of it relating to sports.
Not all relating to sports, but there's I mean, we can start there like we usually do. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about the Calvin Ridley situation. Did you heard about Calvin Ridley getting? I'm sure like a lot of people heard about Calvin Ridley getting suspended on for a year.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? For betting. You know what I'm saying? Against sports betting. You know what I'm saying? Right. First of all, I thought Calvin Ridley was like gonna be done with football soon. Like he didn't finish the year last year, did he?
I think he's somewhat not,
because that nigga was sitting out games. Like
he's a little. I don't know. I don't want to say injury prone. He's no. He's valid. He's a young receiver.
And he's got talent for sure.
Yeah, exactly. Like he got a future. Like you're good in this league. Basically, that's the stamp.
Yeah, so and he can play. Like it's all that type of shit. But this nigga wasn't
like
playing
contract year. But it was kind of like this year that was coming.
Yeah.
After this, like this was gonna be the ball out. Take that paper, so that's like pushed back. So he kind of like stalled everything, but like he's in a position though for himself. It's kind of like him doing it's kind of like a stupid tax, if anything. That's really what you
a stupid tax,
like off some my nigga.
What are you doing? Yeah,
you can literally tell your boy, like tell your boy to place the trade for you.
Like,
it's that deep. If you gotta play,
somebody said on Twitter, this nigga was on FanDuel like Calvin Ridley from the Atlanta Falcons.
Yo, like you feel me? Like what the fuck?
That was his account name. I'm like, yeah, bro. Like,
but in the grand scheme,
you should have been more discreet if that's what time you're on.
You know I was talking to shout out my boy Jada, stay fly.
Oh, shout out Jada.
Yeah, he was coming from a different stance, and he was talking to me. He's like, "Dog, sports is rigged." Da da da. And I'm like, I wasn't necessarily agreeing, but at the same time too, I was like, "Look, I'm not naive to believe that shit probably every now and then, whatever to call, whatever game, whatever sport, that people just be having other incentives to do things, especially since we're in this climate now." Where like it is open season on integrating gambling. Like we're cool with that. We got, and I'm not even knocking it. We have segments.
Oh, I want to touch on that. We
have segments, we have shows, we have all that type of shit. And it's like, even if we refer back in the day, like it's not like this is uncommon. Like I remember back in like 07, 08, you had I think it was like Tim Donahue,
the ref.
You know what I mean? And that was like, my nigga, no, we not gambling on the sport and shit like that. So when he introduces this perspective, I'm like, I don't believe these like, oh, the ball was rigged, and I don't believe that. I think it was off some like, I feel like the refs like people fuck up, make mistakes, whatever. Should be high stakes, should be a good game. But I'm gonna be like, but to your point, I'm not about to just say shit don't be rigged. I don't believe that. Like, I'm not foolish to believe that at all. And now when you got parlays and everybody, it just look at KD had and I ain't gonna lie, bro. I knew there's a lot of people that probably read that and said, "Oh,
I knew it."
Like, really, like
no
in your like heart.
But it's like I know KD is a troll, bro. Like I know that he was trolling.
I kind of actually was laughing,
because
I was like, "Hey, man. Shit, if I'm KD too, I'd be damned if you think I don't even have that in mind." And I'm like, yo, he's so fun. Like,
I don't think niggas have that shit in mind when they're on the court, when they're on the field. Like, I might be the naive one that thinks like, I don't think these niggas are like out here trying to. I really think they're trying to win the games.
No.
You know what I'm saying? I really think they're trying to win. I really think they're trying to ball out. I think they're trying their hardest.
No,
I mean, of course, if they're not playing the hardest, because of course I feel like there are niggas who take off on nights for whatever reasons, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's valid. Like, you know, if Joel Embiid doesn't feel like playing for whatever reason, or Ben Simmons is the perfect example of like the type of nigga that would do some. I'm not saying I don't know him personally, but I'm not saying he would actually do it on some diva shit. But I'm just saying, like, you know what I'm saying? I do believe that there are people who, you know what I'm saying, for whatever reason might take a night off here and there, but I don't think that niggas pay attention to the, you know what I'm saying, what their lines are.
The tip off, I'm not, but I'm just saying
maybe they do.
The more cerebral players in the league are off some like even like Steph Curry. And again, this is some shit I wouldn't even think about. But again, somebody told me this perspective, like, I'm not about to rule that out. I have to now. I'm gonna be like, you know what, bro? I'm gonna watch.
Yeah,
I'm gonna watch now. I'm not even about to say it's a for sure thing.
I used to rule it out.
Like literally, he'd be like, yo, Steph, like niggas will be like, someone like a nigga like Steph Curry the other night. He's like, yo, niggas supposed to go for like 28 points or whatever the fuck. Nigga, like they're up in the first quarter. It ain't even no blowout or shit like that. And nigga don't play the whole joint. Like, and you're like, yo, bro, what? Like, it's like you're just not playing. And
no
at
facts.
That point, it's like,
bro,
I'm not burned by shit like that. I don't know what they thinking.
100%. I've been burned by shit like that. But also, I don't know if that, like, whose call is that? Is that Steph Curry saying I don't want to come back in, or like?
The thing, you know, he has a green light. All that nigga gotta be like, it's like, yo, bro, hey, Curry.
Yeah,
I mean, I need a little funny, like, hey, nigga be like,
but the thing is, like, but the thing is, bro, like,
I don't know,
in a regular season game, like, why would he do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, these niggas have been playing. These niggas play hundreds of basketball games a year, bro. It's like if the coach isn't adamant about putting you back in the fourth quarter, why would a nigga be like in a fourth quarter in a game that's in the regular season? You're a playoff team. Why would your star player be like, hey, coach, let me go back in and finish this game? Why would he?
Again, I understand that, and I'm not even knocking it. But one thing that I'd be like, everybody got to admit is these culture changes and these shifts in the NBA.
There is a culture change.
Provide it to be a little bit more obscure in terms of you don't know the motivations.
You don't know. Yeah, 100%.
And the thing is, I'm not even like Popovich kind of is the nigga that kind of started that whole wave, you know, like having your
the resting niggas.
Right in the middle of the season. Like started that. And it's like not knocking it, but now again, you have to be mindful. Now that niggas can gamble and all that type of shit. It's like, yo, there's little creeks and crevices, or like, and you couldn't call it. You couldn't call it.
So niggas couldn't gamble before? Or you just couldn't do it legally?
You couldn't do it legally.
Okay.
That's all.
Because I'm going to say, like, Antoine Walker and fucking Michael Jordan, like, all these niggas were gambling forever.
But I'm saying now it's like it's open season. Niggas are going to the casino literally to put bets on the games themselves. And then, so then another thing is like, and that's why that shit was kept out of Vegas for so long. Once you know exactly, once you know the shifts is changing, you're like, nigga, team in Vegas. Like, you got to put it together. So I'm also off some. And then the players within the league, you got also nigga the owners and all this shit. Of course, bro, everybody's
gambling.
So back to
everybody's gambling.
Back to get really side, like my nigga, everybody's eating. These niggas eating off us and everything. So it's kind of like, just don't beat the stupid taxes off some, bro. Just don't bet on your nigga that you're affiliated with. Other than that, my nigga, go like, what the fuck? Drake be pulling damn laptops to fucking Raptors games.
I mean, but he's not an athlete.
I understand that, but I'm just more so saying it's like, nigga, it's open season all the fuck around, and people don't. When the fucking actual leagues are also in on this shit, don't be trying to hold players to these standards where it's like, yo, my nigga, y'all literally take
y'all niggas is on TNT talking about scan this and place your bet. Scan this QR code and place your bet. Yeah, like
throw the game. I got $500K. Like what? That's
see, that's the thing that I'm like, that's the thing where I'm like, I don't know if niggas are throwing games just because somebody's. That's probably deeper than me, but like I don't know. I feel like these niggas really want to win.
Yo, but to leave it on the last tip, yo, we could transition. But go
ahead.
When Cal really does some shit like that, right?
Yeah.
And then you just try to it's a standalone situation.
Yeah.
And when niggas put the highlight tape of how this nigga was
be doing foolish shit. I saw a joint of Deshaun Jackson doing foolish shit.
Hey, I see. Like,
when he went to the Raiders,
this nigga Calvin really had the touchdown, and like the way he ran the route, I said, yo, bro,
What are you doing? You sabotage the play.
No. I was like, yo, bro. And it's right after this shit comes out, and then you look at all these first downs.
You look at all these plays.
I'm like,
oh my god.
Yo. That's when I'm like, yo, bro, don't be hot.
But the thing is, okay, see, things like that. Okay.
Like, I mean, you gonna be like, bro, why did you get the yards? Like, it wasn't like you about to get hit stick. I didn't get it.
But also, I'm not gonna hold you like that. The KD tweet made me think like, okay, I'm not gonna put money on KD anymore. He's rolling out to me. So I'm not, I'm not mad at it. I don't know if he's trolling. I don't know if he's serious, but I don't need to put money on. Put money on. There's like just 300 players out there. I don't need to put money on them anymore.
You know what? I was taking the 30 and over on you. I'm taking the 20.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Now, or just like off my ticket. Off my ticket. No, don't get me wrong. Like KD has been great to me. KD's been great to me in the past, but like the way that niggas move, bro, like there's so many players in the NBA, dog. Like you could bet on anybody else. You know what I'm saying?
There's a room on Twitch Spaces and shit. It was like a parlay room, and everybody's like, so it's just like, yo. Who do y'all got on y'all ban list? Like,
yeah. Who were some people that being called out?
Dude, it was somebody. They're like Julius Randle. Everybody's like, oh my
Julius
god,
Randle.
Oh my god. Like,
Julius Randle, bro. He is the most unpredictable, inconsistent nigga, bro. Like, oh my god.
We don't do that. They're like Trae Young when he plays a tough point guard. Like
when he plays against a tough point guard.
When he's playing against a tough point. Don't take.
Really? I seen Trae Young go crazy on anybody.
No, but they're like, no, Trae. They're like, Trae, you pick a primetime nights.
He'll go crazy on any given night, but also he'll go ghost.
It's crazy.
I feel like there's a lot of niggas though that will go crazy on consecutive nights or a lot, and then they'll have these nights where they don't do shit. You know what I'm saying? And you just hope that you don't catch them on a night that they don't do shit. But even if they don't do shit on a night, you can't hold it against them, bro. There's 80-something games that these niggas are playing. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I look at a nigga like Joel Embiid, who for a month straight was dropping 30 points, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like 30 points, 40 points for like literally a month, a calendar month was every game dropping 30. And I think it went even longer than that. You know what I'm saying? 100%. And then there was this one game. There was this one night when like everybody was on him. Like I was in Twitter Spaces and I was hearing everybody, like basically everybody was talking about it. It was supposed to be a big game, and he had just under 30. You know what I'm saying? And people were like kirking, and I'm like, bro, like
that's so crazy.
You caught him on the 31st night. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like this nigga made you, if you did that play for 28 days straight, he made you some bread.
Ain't that crazy though? Like,
and also the value goes down.
Fandom culture is changing. Like this nigga dropped 28.
Yeah, I'm disgusted. I'm disgusted.
Hey, bro,
honestly, I'm not gonna hold you. Bro. Like, I'm not gonna hold you. When I hear when a nigga don't do what I need him to do, and he be getting like, but he's still like balled out, and he be getting like touted on SportsCenter, I'd be like, don't talk about this nigga like he nice. He didn't get 35. Like he fucking sucks. You know what I'm saying? Like don't talk about his 28 like it was historic. You know what I'm saying? I'd be mad. I'd be like, what the fuck?
Fuck this.
Oh, shout out Shoppy. We got Bobby in here. Shout out to y'all.
Yeah, man.
Okay, let's go to Russell Wilson, man.
Okay.
Russell Wilson gets traded to Denver.
That shit sounds so close, like Russell Westbrook.
This nigga, it's almost like let's not. This nigga did a little twitch, like. No, Wilson. Okay. Nah, but the Russell Wilson trade, they're calling it, monumental and everything like that. I'm like, okay, he's a Super Bowl winning quarterback, but he wanted out of Seattle for a minute, so I felt like we all knew, or like him being moved wasn't like groundbreaking to me. I guess the fact that it finally happened, I don't know. I feel like they've been talking about it for like a year.
I feel like we're on the same page, and I feel like I could probably even speak to why you feel that way. It's because
like this should have been happened, or
like you are how do I say, fucking premier player in yourself. So in yourself being traded, that's the big move. But in terms of the stakes in the situation and now what we feel your outcome to be, I don't think everybody is looking at that like, whoa, now the Broncos have just became world beaters, because you looking at the conference, you're like, well, my nigga, you just went to a harder conference.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's how we kind of take it in. It's like, so you got Mahomes, Herbert, fucking yourself, and Carr. So and that's
what
tough
quarterbacks
in your division, and it's like
4 tough quarterbacks.
Yeah, you might have went to a better situation and things like that. So like,
a better team, like it's, you know what I'm saying?
So it's gonna be interesting to see, and you've done your whole decade, so it's like, it might have been very well that time to recalibrate, new switch. But I think we're looking at other teams though.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We got them on the radar.
Yeah.
And you just came into the AFC. Like the AFC is now that division for real. So it's like, yo, my nigga, you got like, you know, tall hills to climb real quick. So we ain't about to gas it, but him as a player changing, that's big. And the Seahawks are the ones that got that hole. Like I'm like, y'all the ones, even though y'all got a nice haul, it's always, when you look at them trades, it's always like in the moment, who won today though? Broncos won. Like over time, we'll see if this play.
Do you remember what they got in return?
I think they got like 2 first-round picks. They got the quarterback, whoever it was. I think they got
Drew
like
Lock. Was the quarterback?
They got Drew Lock. Got like I think a defensive player, but they got first round.
Got first round picks.
They did get
that's good.
Yeah, so that's always like as long as you leave.
So I guess that's very much a like all-in move on Denver's part.
They're trying to win right now.
They're trying to win right now. And that's literally what they did when they went out and got Peyton Manning a few years ago. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and it worked. It played out. Nowhere near where yes, 100%.
The year they won it. Because let me be very clear, because Peyton actually broke that Tom Brady record. That first year. Going crazy. But the second year, I mean the third year when they
just had a great team around Peyton, and you know Peyton just had to be a glimmer of what he is. You know what I'm saying? And with Russell Wilson, they definitely got a better, like a guy more in his prime than when Peyton Manning was. You know what I'm saying? Like
in his prime.
Yeah, you know, he's okay. I don't know. The way I see Russell Wilson is like, he was on I guess the Seahawks yesterday
for me lately type league.
Yeah, so we are. Like, what have you done for me lately?
I see a lot of people.
I'm like, what have you done, bro?
Not to knock it, but a lot of people putting a lot of weight on his last season and the seasons that I felt he was balling. I was never like a big on Russell, but I'll always be like, yo, my nigga, this niggas
ain't talking about him. Yeah.
Like, look at it. Like it shows consistency. Nigga is not a loser.
Yeah.
So I was like, this year, I'm like, damn, you know.
Not a loser.
Yeah, I was like, you know, this nigga, I'm like, niggas just kind of being real.
I think he's got a couple like Hail Mary touchdown wins on his resume.
The thing is, these young niggas is coming up, so there's a lot of names we could talk about now. And it's like, you know, he was I don't want to say the anomaly, but you know, you was really doing that scrambling shit and passing. Like you was the one. Now it's like, now we got a couple niggas that do that shit, like both. You know, so and you the old
and he just hasn't been like,
you know, so
what he hasn't been in contention really in the last
and
couple of years.
Like,
you know what I'm saying? So
like, you know, you can only do so much. Nigga was carrying y'all on the back for a couple of years. Y'all had nothing going. It was just him. So you know, it should be good for both teams. You know, at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You had to change it up.
Okay, we could say that. I think we can kind of assume that, or agree, I guess is a better word, that the Chiefs are the best team in that division. But who do you think is second? Like, Chargers are there, Broncos are there, Raiders are there.
I give it to the Broncos.
The Broncos
until Chargers get a significant head coach that I feel that. Like,
old boy that's there. You don't fuck with him. I can't remember his name.
Is this his first year?
It's like his first or second year,
right,
and they took him to the playoffs. Yeah.
All right, say less. No.
But I think he got some slack because he was like, he made some bad decisions. I think in that Raiders playoff game,
so
people didn't like that he went for. I think he went for it or something.
The verdict is still out to see that dude, because that's really what it be with teams like that for me. Be leadership, the talent there, but like
with these teams that are historically not amazing teams, it's like I feel like they're looking for a leader. You know what I'm saying? Like
Bengals, they finally got it. They got it. They got something like they can build.
I'm trying to think of who's the Bengals coach.
I can't remember his name. I can't recall his name, but I'm just like, yo, bro, there's a system in place here. Yeah. Everybody has bought in. Yeah. They're young. This is it. This is the way.
Yeah.
With the Chargers shit, it's kind of like you see the hiccup and everything, but you see the growth, but it's kind of like, yo, there's high standards on this team, bro. They're looking for somebody to put this shit together right now. This ain't no Browns shit. Like, yo, it's gonna take some time. Like, yo, bro, here's the pieces. Take us there.
Yeah.
And Chargers have always been in that limbo state, though. You've always had niggas. You've had teams this past 15 years. So, like, make that shit happen.
Yeah.
So, to your question, I think it's a toss-up between the Broncos and the Chargers. I might even give that shit a little bit to the Broncos. I think they can make significant noise. Them having a quarterback, like, it's a big deal.
They got a solid
Raiders
offense right over there. I love Derek Carr.
damn. Oh yeah. So that's
not that I love him.
That sounds like a real fan dueler.
Yeah. He's done.
That is a fan dueler, y'all.
Yeah.
The way he said, I said, for real.
No, do you? Never heard you talk about him.
Hey,
Nah, but Derek.
He just gave, hey, shout out Derek Carr. He just gave
MVP. But I think
season, that's what they
I think he's a baller though. Like the nigga is a baller. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not on
slack, sometimes unwarranted.
He's probably on the worst team in that division.
He said
but
the wrong thing sometimes. That's all.
He said he says the wrong thing.
That's all.
I don't think I've ever even heard him talk. Straight up.
He be trying to be PC all together.
Oh, word.
Some niggas in the team and rub them wrong because they're like, bruh, stop capping.
You're fake.
Not like
this is fake.
Bruh,
yeah,
exactly. And he be off the
trying to be a
he's
trying to be a franchise face of a franchise quarterback.
Like the Jesus gang. Like put in. Like,
oh, word.
Yeah, like bro, we gotta come together. Like on
word.
Like
okay.
Like, yeah. So
some Tebow vibes.
Exactly. Yes. Tebow vibes. Right. Perfect.
Tebow
exactly.
It's funny because Tim Tebow as an analyst, I don't know if he's like on that time. Like I guess it's different.
He's on the time.
He's still on the same time.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I only see him when he's like arguing with Stephen A. But
yeah. Nigga knows football. He knows college.
Oh no. Yeah, I like him as an analyst. Actually, I really do. I think he's really good.
Tebow, like before he you see like Tebow. Do you care for analysis, the college analysis when you place bets and shit like that? Does that have any?
Oh, analysis?
Merit?
Nah, I don't really watch it
at all. Period. Like,
well, it's not that I am anti it. I just don't catch it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so I'm saying more so. It don't factor in for the most.
Well, I don't hear it. I don't hear the analysis. I look up shit on the internet. You know what I'm saying? But I don't like go to ESPN on TV and watch.
Shout out to fantasy. So that'd be as close as like to some analysis that you get off some.
Okay,
these niggas is.
So like working on that helps me know, especially during football season. Working on that helps me know like what's what, who's who, just to put that show together. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's coming from those guys or like we're researching shit. Like putting all that shit together helps me know who's doing what in football. You know what I'm saying?
Not to interject, but I feel like definitely got to do this more so from time to time. Do you have an event going on today?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna plug events. You know what I'm saying? We got the No Bay Left Behind with Great Energy Group, and that's a Time to Cuff event. So that's happening today at Lost Society in DC.
That's not different from Society.
It's different from Society in Silver Spring. Yeah. So Lost Society is in DC. I think it's on U Street or something like that. But the link to all that is in my Instagram bio. Cool. So definitely check that out. But we're gonna get into all that type of shit like at the end. Sure, you know what I'm saying? When we talk about what we got going on.
Sometimes we get into our shit, we like early.
I mean, even speaking of the fantasy, niggas be forgetting that there's like other things that niggas be, and this is also an opportunity to talk about those other things. You know what I'm saying? 100%. But we'll get into all of that for sure. I think this is a good time to just take a little quick commercial break. We got some more sports coming up, but let's just take a little second real quick.
Make sure my vocals right. Make sure the beat right. Welcome to the 5th show.
Time to Cuff.
Powered by ItsNation TV.
Oh no!
ItsNation TV.
That's why I try to get in line.
Play, execute, have fun, dub.
I can do a lot more than what I think I can.
Virus and shit, you know. I know it's spreading, bro. It's spreading.
You good though?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. What you up to? Good?
Shit, chilling, man. I see you got the big lens.
Oh yeah, I had a shoot earlier. Went pretty well. This joint's pretty crispy, 1.8. So you already know how that go.
Yeah, man. What's that trail?
Oh, what's good, bro? Good. What's up with it, man?
Shit, chilling. Everything good? Yo.
I heard you last night though. What was going on down there?
Man, shit was so good. Let me tell you about that shit, bro.
Oh shit. Have a seat, my brother. I already know.
Okay, so yeah, in the NFL, we got some more quarterback news. A lot of quarterback moves happened this week. Next one, yeah. Let's go there. Aaron Rodgers re-signing with Green Bay. Was that shocking to you, or did you see that coming?
No, and I ain't gonna lie, I kind of have a lot of the same sentiments that I've been seeing like across like the social media platforms.
Oh, I don't even know if I've seen people's sentiments on
nah,
this.
So it wasn't nothing too crazy. It was
other
just
than
like,
the fact that it's like historic.
I'm just over it.
I'm over it, bro. Me too.
Like,
honestly, I'm not.
Bro,
yeah.
It was to be honest. It's like sometimes I be staying out of even just like getting into that type of story because like how media goes. You always got to make a story out of something. Like, all right, bro, he's trying to get his contract. Y'all niggas are now on terms. He's one of the best. What are we talking about? We're gonna get this together. Aaron, you're dragging it. You playing this media game. You know what you're doing. You putting it on yourself. I'm like, my nigga, when you when you're in the media, we create content. We also understand what grabs people's attention. You know when it's like, people have to create a story to keep it ongoing. And it's like, well, I'm not the person that's
coming back.
This is not my type of entertainment. I don't care. So then when you just tune in, it'll be week after week after week. You're like, dog, nigga, take the bread. But to your point, I was definitely on the stance. I'm like, yeah, nigga, this is your best situation. I'm not of any stance he could have left to another team, and he would
because they were talking about Denver, weren't they?
Yeah, that would have been cool.
Denver.
So that would have been interesting. But to be honest, like one thing that I did ask myself, I was like, yo, bro. One thing that was mad funny was like, damn, I just had to fucking shit. Just
within
got erased.
What was funny about A-Rod re-signing? Well, I'll tell you what.
I know.
Go ahead.
Who I was like, but who are the Denver Bronco receivers? I don't know.
Jerry Jeudy.
So I'm not hit.
Jerry Jeudy. I think he went to Alabama. Tough. He's tough. Okay. Yeah, he's nice. But I think he's had some like injury problems here and there, so he don't play all the time. And he hasn't. I think he's either a rookie or in his second year. He hasn't made like a splash, but he is tough.
And the reason
he is tough, and he's known in the league as being
facts. And I guess
Tim Patrick, Tim Patrick.
It's like, all right, but y'all defense has finally got to a point where it's stout. We used to knock that shit for the past couple of years, and you got the best receiver, best quarterback, best receiver in the league. Like niggas can argue Devontae Adams is the best receiver in the league. 100%. So it's like, and he's like. His moves is definitely dictated off of what you.
And I was going to say, like, is there even enough money for them to give him a bag?
They're gonna franchise him because if they give it to Aaron the 50 this year, they're like, yo, my nigga, we don't got it this year.
I was going to say, like,
but you've already proven, like, don't think this is some contract years. Like, you're gonna get your bag. Like, you're gonna get your shit. So I think it was just like, yeah, bro, what the fuck are we debating? This ain't no story, bro. Take your bag and stay in this great position you're in, and just. Yo, you want to be on some Brady shit? It's like you want this Brady, like nigga, win a bowl. Win a bowl, and that will solve a lot.
That's what I was saying. So like,
niggas get tired of you hearing, oh, you the best, you the greatest talent, niggas. You seeing all this other shit, people winning rings. It's like, yo, bro, stop telling me about Aaron Rodgers, bro.
I hear that.
I get it.
I hear that. Yeah, it sounds like you're over Aaron Rodgers.
And I bang with Aaron Rodgers, but I'm just like, I'm over shit like that.
To me, I'm like, okay. The diva gets what he wants or she wants. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like that thing. It's like, bro, like this nigga was running. He was like throwing Green Bay for a loop all year, dating back to last offseason. You know what I'm saying? Like just throwing them for loops, just like, talking shit about him, like saying whatever he wants, like showing up whenever he wants. He was just kind of doing all these like little game type things, like he's out of here. And then they just gave him the bag. It reminds me so much of like the Kyrie Irving situation. Although Kyrie Irving wasn't really like disrespectful with his shit, he was more just like, this is the time I'm on. You know what I'm saying? Aaron Rodgers seems to be a little bit more just like inherently like kind of like laughing at them while they like follow him around type. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of very like I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but
to the culture change, bro. And it's like,
sports or
in terms football. And I'm never gonna knock the power of the athlete. I'm never gonna knock that. But it's like, yo, literally, you can really accredit shit to like LeBron, bro. Like the way LeBron just
with the decision type shit.
My nigga, that shit was a fucking fucking
It was a
program on
spectacle.
ESPN.
It was a spectacle for
It was
sure.
a 30-minute play, and the
Yeah.
niggas are like, "Yo, bro, you know you're tough.
Yeah.
You're on your
It was
trajectory."
they were showing his
the chosen one,
5-year highlights. Like this nigga
Yeah.
been in the league for like 5
Yeah,
years, 6
like,
years. They were
I'm-
showing
I'm-
his fucking career
Look,
reel. Like
look,
he
at
was
the
going
same
to the
thing,
Hall of
like,
Fame.
It's still wild how them niggas, you know, like y'all niggas was not relevant as a fucking basketball city, and he just gave y'all that shit. Like how y'all niggas burn jerseys and shit. But I was like, look, bruh, shit was deep.
Yeah.
You made it a TV program
Yeah.
to leave these niggas.
To leave
Like,
them.
yo, I've never seen
Yeah.
it in my life. And now when we fast forward 12 years later, and then like when we talk about Simmons' situation like last week, and just how all these players, I love how the players be dictating shit, but at the same time too, it's kind of like now you get these little long drawn out things.
Before
situations.
these
Before you
types
criticize, just know the owners would always give them niggas the short end of the stick without a doubt, no hesitation. So now it's like, you know what? I get it though. You gotta fight for your coin, fight for your bag, fight for your situation. Because I'm always
in a different
in
situation
recent
now.
memory, nigga, I'm always gonna bring up Isaiah Thomas, my nigga. Like that's what happens.
when you don't
try to be loyal,
when you try to be the good guy
to an organization.
that's
bro.
a big fact.
And the DeMarcus Cousins of the world. I'm like, yo, bro, there are lessons to learn. These dudes were actually going to get a bag.
Yeah,
it was already dictated for them. Like everything, you did everything. They're gonna get you that cheese.
Yeah.
Now what happens? Injury. Leverage is gone.
Yeah,
it's gone.
It
is gone. After that, or if you you start the play don't add up to, like if you make a noise or you're doing a lot of shit. If that shit don't add up, the leverage is starting to trickle. But that injury shit beat a big chunk leverage just went away. Especially if you're on some contract year, or damn, you a nigga like IT, so your defensive liability.
Small. Yeah, you're also small. Like you're, you know what I'm saying? You're not like a physical prowess. You know what I'm saying?
Like off some, yo, you had a good year last year, but everybody don't know.
If we're not even sold yet. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so like,
you know what I'm saying? Because like when IT went through that stretch, bro, like it reminded me of like Jeremy Lin. Like I remember thinking back then, like I don't know if like I'm like we're on the, because he cooked the Wizards in that stretch. So I was like, we're on the losing end.
15-game stretch.
Yeah, I was like, we're on the losing end of like just a historic moment in time. But I don't think IT is gonna be, you know, I don't think this is his ascension into being like that guy for years to come. I didn't see that even back then. You know what I'm saying?
It was just really unique. I was like, oh, this is cute.
The team happens to be on his shoulders.
In a way where he's the number one guy. But you're literally,
it's like, how did this even happen? I was like, how did this even happen? They did not start the season with this nigga as the number one guy. I don't even think they started the playoffs with that nigga as the number one guy.
Like Brad Stevens got a lot of credit in this shit. It's just like, yo, bro, you done off some basketball shit. You pieced this shit up to work right now. So that's like kudos to you. But at the same time, you're like, damn, bro. Tatum, you already see the mechanics. You're like, you can see over time who the best player is and who you.
Tatum was there.
Yeah, Tatum.
Tatum
was there. So you like,
he's probably like rookie or something. Probably young.
So you already see what it will be.
Yeah.
And then
so it's just like, just get us over this hump, or just get us through this stretch, or whatever.
The thing about points is, especially when you got them coming from all around, it's like, you know what? You can make up for the point differences. What you can't, though, is like what you actually giving up. Like that can't ever change. Yo, we have to literally help on your player when that's a point. Like we're helping on a point guard, but like he's breaking through your layer of D.
Yeah.
And then now when we help, somebody's either open for a three or it's an alley-oop. And now what we have to play is we have to literally boom, like the help D, there's no room for mistake. And then also it's fucking like you can't play the man. You can't do, like, there's certain situations you can't play. Like you gotta zone it out. Can't play no man to man. Like
we got very far away from Aaron Rodgers.
Oh my gosh.
But I have a question.
Player leverage.
Yeah, big facts. So he got his bag though. 4 years, $200 million. Do you think he wins or goes to another Super Bowl?
I don't know. I don't know if I'm going off of what the.
I mean, it was a quick exit this year and didn't even look good. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he's been to 2 NFC championships in the last 3 years, right? It's like he's knocking out the door. It's kind of like the Saints shit, bro. Breeze retired, and now it's kind of like, I think that window done. And I think the Packers is like, I don't want to get too jaded by them, but I'm like, yo, now or never, man.
Wait,
like,
Breeze finished with what? 1 or 2?
1, but you know, he was knocking at that door
for a long time.
You know, the Diggs did that to him. Fucking, then the fucking who did it to him? Then the next time, who was last year? It was some heartbreaks. I don't know if it was.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember. But you know,
was it Green Bay or Tampa Bay?
It might have been Green Bay. It might have been, actually, it might have been Tampa. We got him back because regular season they spanked us. Spanked them, but But fucking yeah, yes sir.
No, I hear that.
Speaking of us,
Okay.
I hope we get Deshaun, man. Jesus Christ, man.
You said who?
I hope we get Deshaun, man.
Deshaun Watson?
Yeah, hope somehow, some way.
Oh yeah, because they got no quarterback right now.
Somehow, some way, man. I hope that happens because we're not looking good.
Deshaun Watson,
No
I keep hearing his name thrown out there. Is
because
he
everybody
like,
yo, bro, it's been over a fucking year.
yeah,
what's up? You know?
Yeah. That's interesting because it's interesting that that's interesting to me because it's like
I feel like it was really, really like money because them charges really serious. If that shit was up the essence, if that shit was really a thing, I thought I would have been resolved by now. So the fact that it ain't resolved by now makes me be like, what is?
But to me, the thing that the fact that people are still even like paying attention to him as like a quarterback or wanting him as a quarterback is interesting to me because like yeah, he's talented, but like the way that like quarterbacks just keep coming in and just keep rotating through teams, like it's interesting that
because like man,
people would take a chance on him. I guess I'm not saying that they shouldn't. I'm not saying that. I'm just like it's interesting that I kept hearing his name come back up.
It's crazy because it's like the only chance, like when we say it's really affiliated to the off the field stuff, 100%.
And that's what I'm saying. Like that's you know, it's a PR nightmare. People don't take on PR nightmares. You know what I'm saying?
I'll be like, they do, and it's like it's the type though. With the type, you like, yo, but this is way more egregious. But it's like you just seeing like with AB, how many teams this nigga got picked up, and it's like my nigga, we talking the quarterback though. We talk about a nigga for the future. Like,
but also AB never been in this kind of situation.
Again,
you know what I'm saying? He been more just like crazy outlandish.
You have to understand it's a matter of teams are like, yo, what's the verdict on that? Which way is it leaning? Because if it's leaning off some that's about to go away,
like Kareem Hunt vibes.
I'm telling you, Deshaun Watson is the type of quarterback the quarterback thought they were starting. You're not starting anymore. Like literally, like this, like the Commanders.
Yeah. Oh my
nigga,
God.
Come on.
Let's go there next.
My nigga, let's. Because my nigga, I'm gonna tell you, I'm the furthest thing from a supporter, a fan from y'all franchise. But even this shit, like I didn't even I chuckled, but I chuckled in disgust. I was like, yo, bro,
what are y'all on?
Like, yo, bro, I can't wait to hear some fans tell me how this to play. I can't wait to hear it because I'm gonna hear it. Like, and I
got nothing.
And
for
I was
it, bro.
like, yo, my nigga, y'all really doing this to yourselves? Don't do this. Put the standard.
Let me tell you,
change your name. Put the standard on them. Put them to the
and
fire.
that's the thing, bro. Like,
always love.
You're gonna change your name.
You're gonna,
dog. You're gonna change your name and then come out with this as your quarterback for the first year of being the Commanders, bro. Like, bro, I have not liked Carson Wentz, and not as a person, but as a player. I haven't liked him since. Bro, I was impressed. I was impressed when he was going on that MVP run. You know what I'm saying? I was impressed, but I wasn't like, you know, he was an Eagle at that time. I wasn't like, oh, this nigga's really nice. I'm just like, is this nigga really nice? You know what I'm saying? I was
kind of like how you felt about Burrow and Herbert this season, like throughout the whole thing. Like you're like, they're good, but like I feel like towards the end, they kind of proved it. I
think during this year, because I was seeing it in the numbers, I was seeing it. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, oh no, these guys are. I thought they were good, and I was like excited to see how good they could be, and like how if they could live up to like
Carson, you always had a question mark.
Because it's probably because he was an Eagle. It's probably biased in the sense of like this nigga can't be as good as y'all are saying. You know what I'm saying? It was more of on some like defensive and divisional shit. Like this nigga can't be as good as y'all saying. Like wait until he shows it. You know what I'm saying? But he kept going on this like crazy run. You know what I'm saying? Or he was going on this crazy run. So like every game was nice, and I'm just like, okay, whatever. But kind of the same thing with what I was saying with IT. It's just that like at some point this is going to fall off. We're just in the middle of it right now. You know what I'm saying? And then so and that's when I was like, oh, this nigga's really trash when they shipped him. You know what I'm saying? And then he goes to the Colts, and in Indianapolis, I'm like, Carson Wentz is who I thought he was. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not impressed at all.
Is it supposed to wow me?
Yeah, I'm not impressed at all. And the thing is,
30, it's supposed to wow me?
Honestly, I liked the move for both teams because like you would hear how, you know, the Colts are a quarterback away from contention, and it's not like they needed a great quarterback. They just needed a formidable quarterback. And I figure, you know, that's a good move for them because they got themselves a formidable quarterback.
Like,
and then you still are looking like, still, you know what I'm saying? Like
end of the season, and when it mattered,
and it was all Jonathan Taylor, and like you realize, like, oh, it's actually all Jonathan Taylor, like all year long. And any success Carson Wentz had was because he had that behind him. You know what I'm saying? Big part of it. So now I'm like, bro, we go and get that guy, the guy that wasn't even like responsible for his offense's like success. We go and get that guy to plug into our system that is not really even like that. You know what I'm saying? Like our offense wasn't like switch quarterbacks. The Colts are still a better offense than us. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's such a baffling move when you got all offseason to figure out the quarterback situation. You go and trade for a guy who's not even like worth trading for. You know what I'm saying?
In the past 4 years, y'all actually had a top 10 pick to resolve this top 5 pick, and like Haskins is like, I'd be like, how the fuck y'all fuck up and now in the free agent pool trying to trade again for somebody? Like shit.
Yeah.
Shit. Y'all might as well
ugly.
go back to the fucking drawing board
It's
or
ugly.
you need to go for big splashes. This little mediocre short
and that's and going back to the Russell Wilson thing, like we definitely I think we were trying to go for that. I think we were trying to go for that.
It was weak.
And the offer was weak.
It was weak.
I'm not saying it wasn't because I don't know what the offer was, but like, yeah, we didn't land Russell. We didn't land Russell. And the thing is too, like
black cloud on the shit too, because I don't think like now this is the shit that. What do you think agents tell players, right? Because agents always
like you don't want to go. You don't want to go to Washington.
Because agents will be like, my nigga, like you seen like the Gruden shit. What's so funny is that's a Washington problem. Like Gruden's like, my nigga, I'm out the league.
Yeah,
because y'all niggas are hot.
Yeah,
like,
they were looking at y'all niggas and they called me up.
And that shit is not resolved. That's
fact.
another one of them situations where it's like, nigga, the investigation ongoing. So it's like, my nigga, I feel like niggas also look at franchises like that where they're like, I don't want to go there. You want to go there, bro. Like they'll give you the money. They'll give you the money, but it ain't gonna be. It ain't gonna be sweet. It ain't gonna be a fun ride. And then the fan base and it's like, yo, bro, it's like unwarranted pressure over there.
Yeah.
Like these niggas have high standards for no reason.
You want to go to Denver? You want to go to the Mile High City? There's not much going on. There's not much going on. You know what I'm saying? Teams hate to come there and play. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna have a better home record, probably. You know what I'm saying? Like all these kinds of shit.
Russell looked like he wanted to snowboard with the family.
Yeah, facts. You know what I'm saying? Be in the mountains or some shit. You don't want to be in DC.
For Washington,
yeah,
like, I need the same climate.
Yeah. You don't want to be in DC, like, you know what I'm saying, around all the hoopla and all that type of shit.
Yeah, man.
But
it's crazy.
It's really, I really hate the move. I really hate the Carson Wentz move, bro. It's like, honestly, any other quarterback, I'd have been like, all right, whatever, we'll see what happens. You know what I'm saying? Like Ryan Fitzpatrick is not a guy that like jumps out at you, but I was not mad when we went and got Ryan Fitzpatrick. I wasn't like ecstatic.
He's a rider. You gonna ride with, like,
yeah, it's like, you know what I'm saying? We'll see what happens here. I'm not gonna assume failure on you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm not gonna assume failure on you. Even Taylor Heineke, like, before we got Ryan Fitzpatrick, I was cool with like giving Taylor Heineke a season-long try.
I felt there was a large sentiment of people that were actually like, here, I seen people like, here we go again. This nigga Heineke, why aren't we just trying to like get familiarity established and like
get him comfortable, give him a shot, give him a real shot.
Flags. He's definitely had some real moments.
I wouldn't say that in this offseason. I'm saying like last offseason before we got Fitzpatrick, I was like, let's give him a season shot. This season, I'm like, okay, like he's not the guy.
But let's not fool our fan base or
by going and getting a Carson Wentz because he's not the guy either. You know what I'm saying? It's like he's not the guy either. Yeah.
So it's like
we gave up value for him, bro. Like that's what I'm saying. I hate the move, bro. Like I hate the move. Like, yeah, I hate it. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to my guy Urel. He's on Twitter. He's like always talking. He's been talking about this all week from the standpoint of hating it. He pointed out how like we really fucked ourselves for the 2023 offseason too, because like we're not in a position to go out and get a quarterback in that draft now. You know what I mean? So I think it's a bad move overall.
Jesus Christ, bro.
And
this is how start the new wave. Like
I don't like it. And honestly, like, bro, you know, this is like we're no longer
sloppy,
bro. Like this is not honestly. This is I might have to go on record saying like this is not the team that I signed up to like.
Yo, like,
I don't know who these commanders are.
Redskins, bro.
Yeah, like my Pernell, all my memorabilia says the Redskins on it. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
I did not sign up to support this Commanders squad or.
I literally tell niggas like, yo, this is y'all excuse. In these next 2 to 3 years, y'all need to jump ship. This is
Bro. Yes. This is the time. This is not the franchise I signed up for. Yeah,
it's a different team.
This is a different team, bro. Like, let me. I'm a free agent now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm on the free agent market looking for a new team, bro.
Like, yo, niggas give me bad moods every year.
And now I don't even have the tie of like the name. Like the name when motherfuckers say the Commanders did this, I'm like, who? I'm like, oh, my team. You know what I'm saying? Like, are you talking about my? Oh, like, are you talking about my team? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, so I might as well just
like, look, Washington football. I mean, we are the Washington football team. So all right, yeah, we are.
I was getting used to that. I was getting used to that. I was getting cool with that. You know what I'm saying?
Like, bro,
but even that had to take some getting. Like, it had to take some. Look, I'm a. Look. I like this team. You know what I'm saying?
We are the Washington.
Yeah.
We didn't change, but now it's like, nigga.
Now it's like the Commanders, bro. You're the Commanders, and you got Carson Wentz,
sounds
bro.
Real
like
collegiate.
Yeah. All these sounds I'm not liking, bro. I'm not liking all this shit going on. Like this Commanders Carson. Like, no, like we got.
Nigga, do you know I seen a tweet? Oh my god. I'm not a tweet on Facebook. Niggas calling this nigga Commander Carson.
Commander, stop it. Like, stop it. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. Get me off of this bus right now, bro.
Crazy.
Get me off this bus. Yeah, I can't fuck with them.
Yo,
let's get
into
into
my nigga E, bro. Shout out my nigga E, bro. The AR genius was good.
That's
bro.
the he be making the beats.
No, E bro's the one that had installed the AR at the.
Yeah. I remember, cuz shout out to him.
Yo,
yeah,
bro, like, you know what I'm
Very
saying?
tough with the
Miami,
filters.
bro, definitely gonna have to get up with you this weekend because Bitcoin conference is 6th to the 9th in April. NFT Miami's 1st to the 3rd in Miami as well too. So that whole first week in Miami's fucking lit. And NFT LA is March 28th to the 31st. So I'm looking at all these dates like
nigga marking the map. I might have to step out.
March 28th to April 9th is just gonna be straight shenanigans. But the March dates are Cali. April is Miami. I know for sure I'm gonna be in Miami. I'm gonna see with the LA. I'm gonna try to make that work because I would love to be in NFT LA as well. That would be really dope. But yeah, man, like. So
shit, my mind is
pod, bro.
Trying to go there. Yeah, I'm trying to think of
plot some things.
I'm trying to place my days. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
See what's going on. That might be the move. Yeah,
Script on coffee.
They're all gonna be out there.
They're gonna try to do something with the Black Bitcoin billionaires.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, damn, bro. I might have to go down and show face and get some shit shaking.
For sure.
You know, it could be fun. Yeah, it's gonna be really dope.
Yeah.
I love them little hubs because I know I'm gonna miss out on South by this year. I know that's gonna be a thing.
That's happening, I think, right now or next week.
I think it's literally starting this week.
Yeah, starting this weekend.
I think it's starting today.
Bro. Yeah.
And for the probably next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So I don't think I'll be able to.
Yeah,
go down
man. That's actually a bummer.
I know this year is gonna be better than.
It's one of those years you got to go.
100%.
Because it hasn't. I think this is probably the first year back. What did they do last year?
Exactly.
Probably got to be the first year back.
And as well as like,
and then also too, there's just so much going on in these spaces.
Now,
yeah,
right? So much more.
So much going on in these spaces. Like as far as like tech, creativity, like so much going on. Film and then like film industry, like all that type of shit. Oh my god, this is. And what's funny is that like the reason I said I'm kind of bummed is because I literally didn't even come onto my radar until like maybe Tuesday of this week. I was like, oh fuck, it's already South by time. You know what I'm saying? Like I saw somebody tweet about it, and I was like, oh shit, it's already that time of year.
It's gonna be,
you know what I'm saying?
It's gonna be big, but like the one thing that that's all cool. Like one is like, we control these FOMO. We've gotten accustomed to this 4 or 5 years. We don't FOMO. It's just always something coming. So that's why I had to like mention the things on the horizon where it's like, yo, but there's some other plays.
Yeah,
it's gonna be lit all year. It's gonna be running.
Yeah.
So, and the one thing that I tell a lot of people, like, if you're trying to enter the Web3 space, you're trying to get your networking up with anything really. But I'm telling you, just showing face goes a long way.
Yeah.
Don't fuck up buying a conference ticket and shit like that. If
Just
you're
be out
in
there.
the vicinity, man, you can make shit.
Yeah.
Period. Especially
that happens at every. I mean, the first couple times I went to South by, I didn't go to any conferences. You know what I'm saying? I just got a spot in the city.
But I'll always give it this a little caveat. It works easier for individuals like ourselves, especially when you are a creative or a service provider. Because now you come down and you're
with
like,
something.
yo, I'm trying to add value. Trying to add value out here. That's what I'm trying to do. Trying to add value. I'm trying to learn.
Yeah.
Because especially when you go off on a whim, you're like, I wasn't booked. It wasn't anything. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I had a gig or anything. Like I came out on my ticket. So like I'm down for what's up.
Or if you have like some kind of platform like we do where you can be like, yo, like, can I just interview you for this show that I do? You know what I'm saying? Like people are out there, people because like there's so many tiers of people that are out there. You know what I'm saying? There's like people who are like super famous. There are people who are kind of famous. There are people who are just like really good at what they do, but they're not famous at all. You know what I'm saying? And like you can, you can catch all these different types of people, and you never know who you're talking to. Like literally, like the person right next to you, you spark a conversation. You never know who that person is. And the first time I went to South by, I did so many podcast interviews with like random people who I thought were random, but they were doing shit. You know what I'm saying?
So it's cool because like we definitely even go and talk like even more offline. It's like, damn, you got to sometimes take a step back and realize it's like, yo, you have a lot of I guess like content at your disposal that you can stand on and have people like
I do want to contribute to that. Yeah.
Not even on no metric. The actual metric that matters is you've done a lot of like episodes. Like that's like the relevant, like, damn, you've been doing this like consistent. Y'all have mad content. Like it's all over the platforms and everything. People just see that as it's a beneficial at this point. And it's like if you at the point where you even reaching out to somebody, it's like I understand how it's beneficial to have you on the show. That's why I'm even reaching out to you. You know, so it's like it's really dope, and you got to be mindful of that because a lot of times people will be like, this doesn't really benefit me, but niggas at the point you build your platform to a certain level, you're like, nah, bro, it's only win-win. And so it's really a matter of time and scheduling. We just got to be in the same spot, same time, or like get the same allotment of time, and we can do this shit, So like definitely gonna expect us, you know what I'm saying? Shouting out, brands that we fucking with, and creators that we showing love to, we see in the space. Expect that, man. I wanted to give a shout out for sure to my boy Andre Junka. So we had him on one of the earlier episodes. And he's a digital artist, animator, or whatnot. He's having a new collection that's about to actually drop in the next week or two. It's like this not generative, but he's animated his flower collection basically. So he's created like
he's crazy with the plant play, bro. Like with the plant plays,
21 different flowers, literally these new species he created.
Oh, really?
Created their whole name, and they all have each like scientific descriptions, like to the actual
this
plant.
Nigga made his own, like he became a botanist in the Web3.
Man, bro, this is
that's crazy. No, that sounds so fire. And Andre is just no joke, bro. Like this nigga did the Tony Hawk joint. You know what I'm saying? He's done joints for like Nike. He's no joke, bro. Like he's he's very tough with the work. So I'm excited to see what this is going to be.
You that shit too.
I'm excited to see that. And I know we were talking about some things that we have coming up this weekend. Like I said, I got the event tonight. It's a happy hour. It's like 5 to 8. Happy hour. It's called No Bay Left Behind. Singles mixer, but it's also like just a happy hour. You know what I'm saying? To turn up. Extension of Time to Cuff. So if you're familiar with like the Time to Cuff brand, we do like live podcasts where we talk about like dating, relationships, sex, things like that. Those typical kind of like conversations, but we do them like live and interactive with the crowd. So this is an extension of that, but it's more of like a chill version of that. It's like just a happy hour. It's like a party, you know what I'm saying? It's a party, but we also incorporate some of the games that we usually play on that platform. Still interactive, you know what I'm saying? We're still having fun. We're still talking about these topics, asking questions, but it's really just like, good vibes for sure. And then it's at Lost Society in DC. So if you're familiar with Lost Society, they throw dope parties, dope happy hours. So we got one that we do once a month, And today is that day for this month. So you know what I'm saying.
Is that some new Staples drip I see? Is that some new Staples drip?
Oh yeah, this isn't new, but it is Staple. Shout out Jeff Staple, man.
I go, you and Lil, man. Lil got some new
yeah,
shit too,
yeah.
man.
Hey,
he's like about this little mountain, little
bro. I mean, I be telling niggas. I mean, like, bro, like you know firsthand. You told me. You know what I'm saying? But nah, like his clothing line is tough, bro. Like even outside of the like just the Web3 stuff that he's doing, like with NFTs and all that type of shit,
right.
Like the clothes are fly. Like I fuck with it. Like
space, yeah, man. He's been doing.
Yeah, he been for
plus,
sure.
You know, yeah.
But I learned about him through like through you. You told me about him, but like the clothes. I know about the NFTs before I know about the
Were
clothes.
you hip to them pigeons like SBs back in it, like the,
so I
the
did, but I
pigeon
didn't know.
SBs?
Like I did. I was hip to the pigeon SBs,
So,
and I loved them. I just didn't know who was responsible for them. You know what I'm saying? Like
to be honest, I didn't have a face to him. I just knew it was with a staple pigeon, like you know what I'm saying. So then when I see like for it to just resurface, I'm like, oh, I've been hip.
Yeah, 100%.
Because you would,
100%.
Fact.
Because I think that's how I learned about it from you too. Like you were telling me about that, and I was like, yeah, definitely know the staple pigeon SBs. But yeah, so I fuck with his clothing line for sure. But yeah, what you got going on this weekend?
This weekend, I brought my laptop with me. I definitely wanted to edit some photos. I got a video on my hands. I'm about to edit. It feels like, I don't know why it feels like it's been a minute. It's because all the videos I've been editing have been for myself. Like recently.
So this is for somebody else?
Yeah. Oh, okay. So it's been a little bit. I can't remember.
Yeah. It's been a little minute since you've been solely behind the camera.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you be behind and in front at the same time, but like it's been a minute since you've directed someone.
Just solely, because I just kind of veered away from it because just prioritizing different things. I've been wanting to do different things, and you know
what I wanted to ask you, bro. So earlier you were talking to a group of kids at an elementary school or middle school about Bitcoin.
Shout out, I got Bass.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Shout out our resident DJ here on early. Here really just at ItsNation TV.
Exactly.
Like he helps with everything.
Exactly. Facts, man. All spanning, but basically, he be having to mix in the mornings. He's the one that actually set this up with the county, basically. So it was a group of students from the age like 15 to 17, and basically the premise was he wanted me to get them hip to NFTs, but I wanted to make it off some we're going to touch several bases on the loop, like we're going to integrate it all together. So I just try to make this emphasis on crypto gaming, art, and like how all of those intersected with each and NFTs, and like how all of that intersected with each other. Yeah. Right. And I feel like when you speak into younger individuals, one thing that you want to just be real mindful of is you got to make that shit relate to them and not talk over heads.
Yeah.
You know, because when you talk over heads, then you're talking to yourself at that and people check out. And I'm always off some, no. I got to make sure, you hit, right? Yeah, you hit. All right, say less. So,
like, do you understand?
Like,
because if you don't understand, I'm not getting my job.
Because then we can then we go to the next level. Yeah. Oh, you get this, bet. Like, so, like, for instance, when I'm talking about P2E, play to earn, I'm talking like, oh, y'all niggas play games, and it's like y'all play like what, the Fortnite, 2K, Grand Theft, Minecraft, like you get all the hands, like niggas play these games. I'm like, you guys familiar with the fact that you can actually purchase, people spend real money to buy assets within the actual game that actually has no value in real life, and niggas they're aware of that. They're like, yeah, okay, bet. Like, yep, I done spent money to buy things within the games. So I'm like, all right. So just to show you how you get them to this end point. So I'm like, all right, so let's see if we flip this switch. Let's say there was actual real stakes within the game. So you going on these GTA missions with your boys online or whatever, people you never even fucking met, or you going to the park in 2K. What if you can actually log into your games now via your crypto wallet, right? And you putting wagers up. So like when you playing a game with somebody online, you like, for you to even enter into this game, you had to put money up. So now you literally doing wagers, and you like, it's kind of like as simple as you like buying NFT. It's like, nigga, once you lose, it's like, oh, y'all wagered 0.1 ETH. Yeah, 0.1 ETH just deposit into that person's account. And I'm like, these are stakes. So I'm like, you can get that. And I'm like, I'm trying to more so broaden they minds in terms of the shit you could do. You don't have to. I also tell them shit about. You don't gotta be a consumer, nigga. You can be not like that. But
You don't gotta be a consumer, nigga.
Yeah, you don't gotta be a consumer, nigga. But also, you can make the game, and then some of the kids are like, yeah, like they always like, oh, bet. So y'all already understanding, like. You can be the creator. You can be on the back end of things. So it was cool to see like they eyes like click with shit like that. So that's cool. Cause that's the main thing when you speak into like the younger generation, man. Like you wanna, if you could hit their attention, like they got all the time in the world to put it to these things. It's like, cause I said, yo, when you get older, what really just happened is your time gets stretched in all these different ways, and you don't have the time.
You don't have as much time to do. I mean, you have all the time in the world. It's just that you don't have time to you just have less time because you have to spread your you have to spread you got to spread your time amongst more things. So but that was definitely dope to see, you know what I'm saying? Cool. Let's go ahead and get up out of here. We will see y'all on next Friday.
But
you know what I'm saying? And where's the little intro?
Early.